Hello, welcome in. Hello, little Yankee. Thank you for coming in. We're going to be getting started shortly, making sure all my connections are on. Well, hello, I'm Kathy with Bella's Treasures here in Florida. I've been on several other platforms from eBay to Etsy and other live auction platforms too. I need to get a different ring light. I'm going to start off by walking you around and showing y'all what's on the list today. I've got stuff in my buy it now listings. I also have things they're on the auction listed too. And then I'll have some random pulls. There are pictures in the profile for today's show, so you can see everything that's on there. Welcome in, Robbie. Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. Let me take y'all down from here so I can show y'all my shelves. Okay. Let me not get y'all too dizzy. Let me turn you guys around. I just wanted to say hi. Um, there we go. Hello, hello, welcome in. Happy Sunday. We're going to start with looking at the shelves. I want to show y'all this lamp that I do. I sell those actually on Etsy. I do some other ones. I bedazzle. I'm a bedazzler. See, and then you make them with old Julio bottles or Patron bottles. Then you can make them into a lamp just to dress up some bars. All right, so let's start with this first shelf here. Got some items here that I'll be doing some random runs with them. If you see anything that you like, want me to run first, if you have to scoot, let me know. Unicorn lamp is not for sale, just FYI. I kept that one. I've got a clear shelf here. Okay, so somebody said here on Whatnot is hilarious that they called these. They said you put a little candle light, those LED lights underneath, and those are redneck fairy lamps, which I thought was hilarious. So yes, I have some beautiful candlesticks too. This here is a swung vase, clear, but it's ruffled. I'll be showing you guys that. Here's a white shelf with milk white. Those are candle holders. We have the Atlas place, like everybody knows, Campbell soup cup. Here's some other things here. Just doing a quick show of the shelves. Then I'm just going to be jumping on and pulling stuff randomly to go ahead and run. Here's my toy shelf for anybody that likes those. And I have a couple of things. Look, I got a whole thing of yoga tapes okay, these are DVDs that I probably bought like 5 years ago. All right. Oh, during COVID, Yoga Burn. Never opened it. And that was a nice lady. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. All right, so let me go ahead and see what we're going to start. Um, let's see what we have up here. Let's go ahead and start this one. This here's going to be a $5 start. We're going to run this carafe that's here. Let's see. No, we're not doing that. We're doing 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start that. That is currently running for this craft right here with the roosters on it. All right, thank you for looking at that. Um, Here's a little bunny. This one here is from 1992. Wait, I can't read that. It says Mako, handcrafted, made in the Republic. This Sherry and Mom did this back in 1992. We'll start the auction on that. And that is currently running for that. Mama Bunny and her baby. All right, thank you for looking at that. Here is salt and pepper shakers. These are new old item. They're from Hallmark, still in their packaging. We'll go ahead and start this, and that is currently running. For that, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. All right, thank you for looking at that. This here is a great set. Oh, let me do this first to get it out of the way. This here is your egg with your brown bird on it. All these are like hand painted. Camera's not. And you have the felt at the bottom. We'll go ahead and start that. That is currently running for you. And then I have one that's a bluebird as well. Those are porcelain. See, let me show you this one too. This here is a bluebird on that one. And it's got the felt at the bottom as well. Why don't we, you know what? Let's run both of them for $5. We'll run those together as a set for 5. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. That's for both of those. All right. Let's see. Let's do what else we have here. Let me do this. Where did that go? Um, I know I got some of these items are on the table. You know what? Let me go ahead and go over there and we'll do some of those. All right, let me turn around so I'm not getting you guys dizzy. Let me put you here on the desk so we can run. Look at these. I just found these. These were vintage um wall plates for your lights. I've got 4 of these and I'll run 2 of these. Um let me see something. Okay. Let me go down. Let me start this. I'm running 2 of these. They're metal for $5. Hello, welcome in. Okay, if anybody wants to see those again, let me know. I have one that's different. This one has a different shape to it, and that's for a double light switch. These here were all singles. All right, so we'll put those here. This was one, I used to have the bronze one. Somebody must have painted this one, but that's available too if anybody's interested. Let me get this over here. See if I can start doing some of these. This here, let me plug in my phone while I'm at it. So of course I didn't do it earlier. Let me run. This here. Oh, that's running for, sorry, I forgot to flip that. This is a vintage coronation china, uh, like a lemon plate, a bread plate. You have, it says here, made in Japan. Has some staining here. There is crazing on it, but I love how it has a little thing there. A few more seconds remaining on that. Thank you for looking at that one. We have, let's see. Let's do, where's that? Get these out. All right, this here is Oh, I see. It's the counter bid. That's 10 seconds. But that other one, you had to change it. All right. So this here is a metal vintage. I forget which ship it was. Made from Japan. Does have some bending, but it says here uh, that what it was. If anybody wants to see this again, just let me know. We have, let's do, take some of these out so I'm not breaking them. Um, oh, okay, here's this. These here are neat. This here is miniature. Start the auction with that. Miniature teacup and pitcher. They have birds on them. It does have made in Japan on the back. They can sit inside of each other. I thought those were cute as little minis. This here is a wooden, it's a hand carved owl magnet. Um, Look at that. It's hand carved. I don't know if my lights are bright enough. So it's hand carved. There's a magnet they put on there, but it's 2 inches in length. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Here, let's go ahead and start the auction for that. And that is currently running for, did that not go on? Let's see. Let's see. All right, I didn't see that running. So let's go ahead and run that now. That's currently running. It's a hand carved wooden owl magnet. All right, thank you for looking at that. We'll keep that here. If you see anything in the store, let me know. If you want me to run it, or if we ran it again, I'll be happy to run it. This here is a hand carved frog, as you see. And this here is for notes or messages. And here it says 1976. And I couldn't figure out who that signature was, but they even signed it and dated it 1976. So let's go ahead and get this one up. And here it is. And that is currently running. Who needs a little wooden frog in their life? I thought that was cute. All right, thanks for looking at that one. We'll put that there. All right, this here is a mini frame, but it does stand 5 inches tall. So it's not that many. This has been around since like the 90s. Let's go ahead and move this to stage and we'll run that one if I can find it. There it is. All right, that is currently running for just $3. It's a vintage cozy grandma picture frame, and it was actually grandma's. These here, I don't know if I have these listed in here. Oh, yes, I do. So look at these. These are, you know, typical Delft from Holland, mini clogs. There's the Holland. And then they're on the there. So we'll start these. Let me pull these up. Auctions, and we go running those. Those are currently running. Gotta check my camera. It's not refocusing. It does when I'm not on the app, so I must not have something. I must not have something that's on there correctly. All right, let's see. Okay, this is a for another owl magnet for owl lovers. This is metal. Thought that was pretty. Came in a lot that I got. There's your thing on there. Let's go ahead and start this one. Alrighty, that is currently running for $1. Anybody interested in their little owls? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Okay, I'll put this one up here with the other one. This here is, let's see, let me do these. We're not in football season yet, but look at these. I actually have two of these. They're ornaments. They're new in the box. They came from Michael's 1,000 years ago because I was going to do arts and crafts with them. Um, and I just found them because I've been going through my storage. So I actually have two boxes of these. We'll start these. And I was even thinking, somebody could switch these up and make them into earrings, with the little hook things here. I don't remember what I was going to make with these. All right. Thank you for looking at those. I'll put that there. I'm almost through my little things. This, I did that. Um, Let me do this. This here is, no, that's not the one I was looking for. What was I looking for? Oh, here it is. I thought this was a cookie press. Goes to show you how much I make cookies. I used to when my kids were little. My kids are now in their 40s and my grandkids in their late teens and 20s. But this here is a Yankee candle cover. I'm like, who knew that? Um, so that is currently running and it's in great condition. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. So it's one of those covered bridges that are like bridges of Madison counties. If you're old enough, you know what movie I'm talking about. Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. But I thought that's cute. I don't know why I thought it was a cookie press or something because this was like soft and it came in with a lot of other kitchen stuff. So apparently somebody thought it was a cookie press. Um, Let me do this here is a Jack Daniels 5 ounce flask. And what's great about that, I mean, it's in great condition. Um, you see their stuff is all there. I forgot to stop my notifications. But it also comes with Jack himself. This is Jack Daniels, and it's pewter. Has the year wow, he was born in 1850. I didn't realize that. 1850 to 1911. So this is your bottle stopper for your whiskey bottle. So they're going to come as a, sorry, I keep hitting the thing. So they're going to come as a matching set because you can't separate them. Um, and we're going to start this one. And that is currently running for anybody interested in a gift set for your Jack Daniels lover in your life. Okay, thank you for looking at that. Let me show you this bowl while it's here. This bowl is actually it's vintage Anchor Hocking. I know that for sure because there's a label that says Anchor Hocking. See, but it's the rose pattern. It's the scalloped edge. You could use it as a punch bowl, use salad bowl, um, whatever you like. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start this one. And that is currently running for this clear vintage Anchor Hocking. scalloped bowl with no chips and cracks on it. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me I have something else here. Let's see. Let me do this as a random. These are actually from um hold on just a second. These are from Tarpon Springs here in Florida. It's not far from Dunedin or Palm Harbor and stuff. They have oh, let me see. They have these coasters. Well, I was telling you about Tarpon Springs, which is a Greek community. Um, so here are coasters that are made in Greece, handmade actually. These came from um, Tarpon Springs because they have stores there that are for. So we have three. It's a set of three. That's a peacock, pigeon, or something. And this one. We did have four, but this one I noticed has a crack in it. Um, but I'll send that one anyway, just in case somebody wants to keep it. But we're just going to do the three. Let's pull this up. We'll just do a random. Let's do this. All right, that is currently running for these Greek hand painted coasters. One has a boo boo, doesn't count. From Greece. All right, I'll keep these here. Let me see what else I have up here. Let's do I don't know why this is not letting me. Hold on just a second. I've got this mug that I'm going to bring up. This here is made in Japan. It's your, I forget what pattern they call this. But they have it has a matching base to go with that. So we'll go ahead and start this. That is currently running. For this one. And then I'll show you the actual vase with it too that will run. Okay, so that was the coffee mug. Now this is the vase in the same pattern as that one. And we'll start on this one, and that's currently running. Now make a beautiful vase. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me get these out of the way before I knock them over. What else do I have up here that I can show you? Let's do this one. Here's another. I don't know if I have this listed. Let me check. Um, I haven't showed the fish yet. We'll do that one. But this, no. All right, let me go ahead and do. So this here is a peacock. That peacock has the iridescence on there as well. There's the back of that. Welcome in. Let's go ahead and start that. And that is currently run. This is good for, well, your trinket dish. You can also make it for lemon wedges. It can be butter for everybody on the table, not individual pets. Hi, hi, welcome in. Thank you for joining. All right, I'll put that off to the side. Um, let's see. This here are these are funny. I went through my wine stages. Well, still drink wine. Don't get me wrong, but where everything in the house was wine or grapes or like every party. So here are your wine charms for your glasses. So those are currently running. Anybody interested in those? Thank you for looking at that. I got a lot of stuff in my buy it now listings too, if y'all want to look at those. Let's bring these over. These here are coasters. It comes in its own set. I mean, its own stand. And they're stone. Let me set this back a little bit. So each one, you have this one has Rome and they're signed. Then you have New York on that one with the cork bottoms. This was Paris. And then you have this one, it's London. And this comes with its own stand. Um, we'll go ahead and start that. We'll run that at $3 and see what I find. There you go. That is currently running for these coasters that are stone with the cork backings. London, Paris, New York, and Rome. Let me get these, put them back over here. We have some, I think I'll put y'all back up there so I can stand up and show you this tablecloth that I have. Um, hold on for me just a second so I can move y'all over. All right, let's do this back up here. We'll turn y'all around. There we go. So these here, I have 7 napkins. And these are cloth napkins. They're all in great condition. Let me see, one was open. So this is the pattern. It's that country cottage motif. So I have 7 of those that I'll run, but then I wanted to show you it's a round tablecloth that this is about the bottom ruffle. So it matches those. And the tablecloth it's in great condition. There's no stains on it. So I'll run the tablecloth and then we'll run the cloth napkins. Okay, let's see. What was that? I'm going to be doing a jewelry show tomorrow because, yes, I have lots of jewelry to sell too. So this, put that back down. All right, so that's currently running $5 for the tablecloth. It's a round with the ruffle, cottage core. Anybody's interested in that? Okay, I'll put that aside. And then I will run these. And it'll be $5 for the 7 of these. Like I said, they're all in great condition. Um, all right. And that's running for 7 cloth napkins. Cottage core with the teal and the rust and gold. All right, thank you for looking at those. How about wine stoppers? Yes, I'm a glamour girl. I like bling. I like glamour. I'm at the end of my 30-year career that I was in hotel sales and marketing. So I'm in my retirement. I'm getting down to my retirement. I still have a couple of years yet. This is currently running. It's new in the package. It's your metal cork with your shoe. I think I got this for like, oh, I know what it was. We used to do bingo, and that's what the wine charms were, and this little thing too. Gosh, that was in the early 2000s. This here is a beautiful wine stopper. Comes with its own gift box. It's metal. You got your blown glass there. So we'll start this. And that is currently running. Anybody wants to spice up their bar area in their home. Actually, I may, okay, I think I'll keep this and give it with the lamp. I mean, with the, oh, no, that's too big. I'll save it for there. All right, we have some, these here, I'll run these for 3. Let's see, where did I go? All right. This here is going to be for a package of these. I actually have 3 packages of them. Where did I don't remember where I got these from. But it was when I was doing my parties. We will do this at a $3 start for these for all 3 packages. For anybody planning a wine party or gathering at their house. I've got serving platters and all kind of stuff matching. My kids used to say I aggravate them. I'm like, I aggravate myself. All right, so these here are little vintage pictures. They're on frames. You can hang them in the back. This one here, okay, is going to be your Chardonnay. Let me do the Chardonnay. I'll do the Chardonnay and the Merlot together. So we'll start that. You get both of them for $3 start. And then I have 2 more with the Cabaret and the Zinfandel. This must be a Florida thing, or used to be 1,000 years ago. Here's the other 2. Cabaret, Cabernet, not Cabernet, and the Zinfandel. Those are available too. If you want all 4, I can run them for 5. I'll do that. Here is a set. We'll do these for 5. These are salt and pepper shakers from Falsgraf. Let's see, where did the thing go? Here it is. All right, so these here are your salt and pepper shakers, your Falsgraf. That's the top. They both have the plastic corks in them. All right, thank you for looking at those. Let's see. What else do I have up here? All right. Let's see. We have, oh, I will run this. This here is beautiful. This is hand painted. Tabletops Gallery Here's a bowl. Yes, grapes. But this wasn't mine. I actually bought this. Why I bought it, I don't know. We're gonna we'll start this at $3. All right, this is currently running. Anybody's interested in that? It is dishwasher safe, hand painted and handcrafted. Very Mediterranean. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm Italian, so we have a tendency to stick with the decor. Okay, look at this. These are like those. I'm not sure if they're loose light or if it's just acrylic, but um, you got your three of four of your spreaders, and then you have the matching spoon and fork server. We'll start that. That is currently running for the set. Four spreaders, and then your spoon and your fork. Thank you for your bid, Joan. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad it's going to you. Thank you so much. Do that. Put a sticker on it. Thank you. All righty. Those are all always, I don't know, it used to make the table look so nice. That's what it did. My son would tell me that when he was walking around the house, it was like walking around a museum. Okay, so look at this. I don't know what this is for. That's an agave plant, is what I'm going to call it. But then it comes with its own. So I don't know if it's mixing herbs or I don't know. I couldn't find anything on it. We'll go ahead and start that. That is currently running. It comes with this pottery on that. Oh, thank you for looking at that. All right, I have four of these. I'll run them separately at $3. These are your King Thumb print, Indiana glass. We'll start that. I do have four. If anybody is interested in these, it could be your ice cream bowls, dessert bowls. You can put different condiments in them. All right, thank you for looking at those. I'll put that here. Let's do, we'll do this. This here is a Delph. I don't know, it's a little cup. It's not really it doesn't have a pour spout on it, but it is Delph from 71. There's that. And we'll start that. And that is currently running. You can use it as a little vase or a rain catcher, at the sink in the kitchen or in your bathroom. You know what colors you have. It is in that blue and white color. Thank you for looking at that. All right, let's see. Let me run. This here is a vintage knife sharpener. This is actually from the 40s and 50s. It actually belonged to my grandmother. I have like five of them. All right, let's go ahead and start that. That is currently running. Knife sharpener, red handle. And I have a knife with the red handle too, but I don't know if I can sell knives on here. So, all right, thank you for looking at that. Here, oh, these are old vintage. We have one in blue and one in amber color. I'll do the pair. These are old stirrers, glass stirrers. You see that? See the blue and the amber color on those. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. All right, thank you for looking at those. All right, who remembers these? I don't know if this is one of the real old ones. I don't think so because it's not as thin as the one that my mom had, but this was our old drinking cups that I couldn't drink out of a cup or at anybody's house when I was young. So my mother would threaten us. So this is a collapsible one. You wouldn't drink out of a water fountain. You wouldn't, yeah. Uh-huh. That's why my aunt used to tell my mom, my brother, and I were always sick with colds because she didn't let us go out and get germs. My cousins were always outside without socks and shoes or shirts or whatever, drinking out of a water hose, and they never had colds growing up. Too funny. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll run those later. They've got, let me run this and run this for $3. This here is your Campbell soup. Anybody knows and loves. This is produced by Houston Harvest. 1998. That's the front. That's the back. Start that. That is currently running. Whenever I would see that face, I automatically think about tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. It's in perfect condition. All right, thank you for looking at her. This here is a Peter Rabbit cup. It's actually Wedgwood. We'll start this for 3 as well. You have your there. That is currently running. For anybody interested in a child's cup, Peter Rabbit. All right. Let me put this. This here is measuring cups. You have your cup, well, you have this one, which they tell you on there. That's 1/8 of a cup. You put these down so I don't break them. Then you have a 1/4 of a cup. You may have the pour spouts on them too. This one here is the 1/2 of a cup. See now, and then this is the cup. It's the only one that has the rooster on it. We'll start that, and that is currently running. For these measuring cups, you can have them displayed on the counter with your farmhouse motif. All right, thank you for looking at those. All right, let's see what else. I'll run for $3. Oh, let's do this. Okay, this is vintage Avon. Um, this is May 1978. Yeah. Oh boy. That cologne's still in there. Yep. We'll start that. That's currently running. Whoever collects the little cars. I know a lot of people collect these the Avon. I'm surprised Avon's still around. I was like, gee, Manetti. Um, all right, let me run. Who needs? All right. These are older. They're small pet plates. And I'll run them both. We'll start that. Whoever needs a little orange and cream color. pet bowls for your cats or for your little puppies. All right, thank you for looking at those. Put that down there. Um, let's see. This is get this off so I can see. I'll start this at $5. It's a all right, so this is one of those English mugs with a mug. There's the bottom. I can't even read what it says, but it says England. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let me do. Let me run this. Run this for 3. This here is a little. It's from Panama. It's a little clay, not clay. Little vase, pottery vase, red clay with a bird on it. Well, this will go back to 3. And that's currently running. It says Panama. It's a little mini vase. All right, thanks for looking at that. Um, let me do, I have one of these here. This here's one of those Shopkins cups. We'll run this for anybody's interested in Shopkins. My granddaughters used to love those. I used to hate them because you had to hook up all the pieces to all those. This here is a cow ceramic ornament with a little, you can hang it from your kitchen cabinets, from the wall. It says Midwest Imports, and it says made in Taiwan. All right, let's start that. That is currently running for this cow decor. Thank you for looking at him. All right, what else can I start for $3 here? I'm gonna have this. We'll run that for $3. That's the old pastry thing, or the when you're doing desserts or whatever else you do with it. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see, who wants to look at some wooden, oh, that back up there. This here's some wooden clogs, about 4 to 5 inches in length, so they're not real small. Those are currently running. For anybody interested in these, you can paint these or whatever too. These over the way here. Let's run this. This here is a Starbucks ceramic thing. This has Nevada. On this one, you can hang it. We'll start that. That is currently running. Comes in its original packaging for Nevada. All right, and then I have one for Texas that will run that one. Okay, that one's currently running. This is here, and see, this one's for Texas. All right. Let's see. I have 3 of these coffee mugs, and they're the roosters. I'll run these at $3 each. That's currently running. I do have 3 of these. Your Rooster coffee mugs. All right. Thank you for looking at those. All right. Let me see what else I have here. This I think this is a phone holder. I think you put your phone up here. I don't know. It came with some auction that I got, but I'll run this for $3. A phone stand. I don't know what character that is. The kids will probably know. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for looking at that one. All right, let's see. I have um this here. I'll start these at 3. These here are old coasters as well. And they're I forget what it's called, but you got the backs on them. So you have 2 scenes with the pictures. You have 2 with cheese and wine, and then you have 2 of those. So we'll run this. It'll be 6 coasters. I want to say these came from the 60s or 70s. It's like a Melamac or whatever that was called. And it has 3 different scenes with it. All right, thank you for looking at those. Let me keep that. These by the way. All right, so this here, let me change that. This is going to be, it's got your panther or lion or whatever. It's got rhinestones and stuff on it. And then it's your mural. So we'll start that. All right, that is currently running for this Panther 2 mural compact. All right, thank you for looking at that. We have, um, let's see. Here when you ran those, that's not 5. We can, oh, let's do this. Here's a salt cellar. This is Beatrice made in Italy. It's in the shape of a fish. We'll run that, and that's currently running. You can use it for other condiments as well. All right, thank you for looking at that. This here is going to be, let's see. This here's another, yeah, this coffee cup is from Japan. You have your birds on there, your flowers. This here is both a top to keep your tea or coffee hot, or it's also can be used as a coaster. So let's go ahead and start that one. And that is currently running. That's going to be your coffee teacup with coaster or lid to keep your coffee hot or your tea. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's do this coffee mug. This one here is collection series from American Gift, but it was a collector's from Antigua, West Indies. Very colorful mug in great condition. We'll run that. That is currently running for whoever that needs a a mug from the West Indies. Okay, that back. Um, this here's a tin. It's a pasta tin. It's in good condition. Um, I like how it has, um, it's a pasta tin. It has Napoli on there, Bologna, Torino, but then it says made in England. Okay, so here's your pasta tin. Very colorful. Looks nice on the shelves or in your kitchen. That is currently running for anybody interested in a pasta metal tin that's in great condition. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Look through the items. Let me know if you want me to run anything or pull anything forward from the buy it now. This here, let me run this. Go ahead and run. I just have one of these. This is your double. I forget what mark this is. This is I don't remember. I know it's vintage. We'll go ahead and run that one. It's your clear double candlestick holder. That is vintage. It's great to put different color candles in these. You can actually put these on a plate as well and put like different color marbles and stuff inside to give the colors that come through. I've done that before. This here, oh my gosh. This, I don't think I can't run this today. That weighs a lot. I won't be able to put that through. Let me see what else. Here I've got a this here is Mount Rushmore. It's vintage suede leather pouch. It's in great condition. This is from actually the 70s. We'll start that. That is currently running, and it does say stamped there Mount Rushmore here. Leather little pouch with the zipper. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's do, I've got this little leaf plate and I got the flat plate. This is the bowl. I have the flat plate too. We'll run that. We'll run them separate. So this is your mustard gold color bowl that you can use as a trinket dish. You can use for condiments, candies. Thank you for looking at that. All right, this here is your weeping monk. This is all hand carved wood. This is your weeping monk statue that is currently running. A few more seconds remaining on that. All right, thank you for looking at that one. This here is a carved heart paperweight. It has a few pounds on this, or a pound. Um, Hand painted. That is currently running. It's a paperweight. You can actually use napkin rings. I use like wooden napkin rings, and you can like put it on it and it stands up if you want to display it. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see. This here is a display. This is not for the microwave or anything. It can only be hand washed. It's like 5 diameter. It's made in China. It has a pretty color to it. That is currently running. It's a trinket dish, candy dish. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Let's do, look at this vintage porcelain shoe. We'll start that a $5 start. Anybody that collects these, I do have a Fenton white one. This is a lavender one. Um, I'll run this one as well. This one has a little bit more flowers on it. See, it's like a light pink and light lavender. That's the back there. We'll start that one. That one is currently running. That's Grandma Core all the way. Thank you, Penny. Yeah, it's very pretty. I used to have a lot of little things that my grandmother had and all that. My daughter used to hate because she would have to dust everything. And I'm like, you know, I did too. So welcome. Here's a little vase made in China, but it's like a bone china. We'll start that. That's currently running. I have another show coming up. Thank you for following. Coming up tomorrow, it's going to be jewelry. Now, jewelry is going to be from vintage uh, to modern, costume jewelry to sterling silver. I have a little bit of everything. I have rings. I actually have rings in my buy it now that were actually my mom's. So I know the history of these rings. They are vintage. They've been around for a long time. Um, I just, we can't wear them all. She had different range of sizes because she wore them on all her fingers at different times. Here's a Westmoreland toothpick holder or Q-tip holder that's currently running. Um, so those rings that are there, they're all in the family. My daughter, my mother had so much jewelry that I already dispersed it to everybody in the family, and I'm like, she would tell me, "Get rid of this stuff. Don't let it be sitting there. Let somebody enjoy it." I sold one of her rings last night, and it still hurts a little bit. I hate getting rid of her stuff, but you can't keep everything, unfortunately. These here are Ed Hardy coasters. These are, it says by Christian Ediglier or Edier. So they're glass. I actually have two sets of these. There is a bag. They were actually new. And they have different, it comes in its own holder. This is one of the scenes. Here's another one. All Ed Hardy. We'll go ahead and start that. That's currently running. 4 different scenes of Ed Hardy glass coasters that are signed. They have the rubber feets on them. Thank you for looking at those. I don't remember where I got these from. It must have been from another auction. Let's see. Let's run these. These are vintage um, Japan. These are 2 little teacups. These are all hand painted. That Moriage, that's one side, that's the other. We'll run them both for $5. So you have the 2. I see that some people put like succulents in these too. It's amazing how people are using things for so many different ways anymore. This here. This here is like a lemon dish or trinket dish. That there, this is from Japan. This here says spring because I looked it up. I guess that's the pattern that it is. You got your flowers, your birds. Go ahead and start that. I love how it has the scallop edges here along it. So vibrant in colors. Could be used as a spoon rest too. All right, let's put this down here. Trying to see what else I can run at the $5 start. You can do this. This is Teleflora, which I don't remember getting flowers and things like these. That's there. It says it there at the bottom. You know that this one's not, but the other one I'm going to show you, Fenton used to make vases for Teleflora. This would make a great little cookie jar, biscuit jar. It's got your fruit. We'll start that. That's currently running. For anybody interested in this, it's a lidded jar with your gold gilding all intact. All right, thanks for looking at that. Look at this other one. This here, I'm sure you guys have seen this with the lime green and the purple. This is Fenton that was made for Teleflora for their flowers. I'll run that for $5. For anybody that's interested in that. Beautiful splatter. And then you have your purple. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I was talking about my next show. That will be tomorrow. That is jewelry. And then I'll have another one either Tuesday and Wednesday that I already have set up down in my garage. This here is like a bone china scallop vase made in China. We'll start that. That is currently running. So I set up that one already downstairs in my garage on top of my freezer. I'm getting tired of carrying all this stuff upstairs, and because I have this room as one of the guest bedrooms that I converted it into my whatever you want to call it room, where I do my arts and crafts and I do all my other kind of stuff. This here's a beautiful 5-inch tall vase, cut glass, scalloped edge. We'll start that. That is currently running. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see. Um, this here is a little creamer. This is made in England, bone china. Oh, this is Hammersley. This is very pretty. I'll start that. That is currently running. Little creamer set. I mean, not set, but creamer from England. Welcome in. Yes, the stuff downstairs is going to be more mid-century modern stuff to um, local, I mean, current stuff. This here are 4 gold material placemats. These are actually, wow, Wedgwood for those. We'll start these at $5 for the set of 4. That pretty gold demitasse type. You can see the pattern more like that. So I also have a booth here in Dunedin, Florida. Then I do a lot of stuff there. Um, like a lot of my larger stuff that I don't want to ship and take the chance of the post office damaging it. I put in my booth. But a lot of stuff I like to show you guys first before I take it there to see if y'all like it. This here's a bag of, it was like 15 of the little granny squares, all different colors. We have like about 8 that are this size. And then I have about another 8 or 10 that are in the triangle size. We'll run the whole bag for $5 for that. So I saw on here somebody made a toilet paper cover crochet thing out of it. And I purchased it right away because my grandmother used to make those all the time. And she would put like a flower on top, or she would put like I think it was just like a flower she would put on top. And then the lady couldn't find it. I'm like, that's all right. She run these tassels. I have a pair of tassels. These are a nice size for your curtains or so I try to start. I'm like, okay, you know what? I got yarn, I got needles, I've got, I'm going to try to make one. Oh my gosh. It wasn't even 3 minutes later. I threw it back in the bag. I'm like, okay, I need to do this another time when I'm relaxed, when I don't know what, because I can do it then. Here's a set. And I have two, so I'll run them both. You have the little round saucer. This is actually from Czechoslovakia, Victoria, for your little espressos. What's neat is that this is your gold color and the handle is the silver. So we'll run that. That's currently running. I thought the handles were neat. But yeah, they're the gold gilding over porcelain. Thank you for looking at those two. Let's see. What else? All right, I have these. This here, I actually have, these are all like Italian desserts. We have different ones. They're wall things. You hang them on the wall or display them on your shelf. We'll run these two for $5. And then I have another two. Well, I have another one. We'll do all three for $5. This is tiramisu. So you get the three. All right, thank you for looking at those. All right, so who does, I probably should pick these. These are old vintage crochet books. They were 10 cents. And 15 cents in Canada. These are from the 50s and 60s. So we have, I'll do, I'll do 5 sets. You got the chair sets. Let's see. Okay, you got chair sets, you got modern crochet, got placemats. These are dolls. And then I'll do one for fashion because I'll never get into that. We'll start these for $5 for the set of 5 different vintage crochet manuals. Coates and Clark's was the company that put these on, that did these. And this lady kept them all in the packages. Bless her heart. Thank you. I think I'm going to have to keep that one because look how pretty that is. Like, how hard can that really be? I'm a smart person. I sew. And I learned how to sew in 6th grade. not crochet. Here, we'll do these for you. You got pot holders. I wish they had the year on these, or is it? I'm just not seeing it. 1955 for this one. We have babies and children's clothes. Oh, this is KP and coat. Oh no, this is still Coats and Clarks. We'll run these three. Or anybody's interested in those. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me run. This is a clothespin holder. Has the old holder thing on it. It has this, and it doesn't have the older clothespins. Well, at least I don't know if I didn't look all the way at the bottom. Um, but this here, we'll run this for $5. Clothespin bag holder. Not that we have clotheslines too much anymore. We used to when I was growing up. We do all the sheets outside, the towels. Um, that was all done there. Well, folks, I think I'm about wrapping up. Oh, this is a Johnson Brothers. This is Sheraton, made in England. It's beautiful. Serving bowl. We'll run this. Or anybody's interested in that. Thank you for looking at these things. Spending a little bit of time with me this afternoon. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing some jewelry. Have lots of jewelry. There's some really, like low starting beds. A lot of stuff. I will have the nicer things posted in my buy it now listings, the sterling silvers, that stuff like that. And then I have a lot of like Monet. I've got a lot of shell stuff too. That was, being from here, you can't help but have your shell. All these are mother of pearl and abalone shells. A lot of that stuff will be like low start beds of $1 or $3, depending. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for that show, and then again on Wednesday for my show down in the garage with a bunch of other stuff. So thank you again so much. I'm so glad to have met y'all for most of your names that are here. Please reach out and find me on the other platforms. Kathy with Bella Treasures. Thank you so much.